Good morning, dear students. We are here with the continuation of the part that we have left on Monday. We are dealing with sterilization. Different methods we have seen, like dry heat sterilization and moist heat sterilization. Now let us understand that sterilization by radiation. Now question arises that why sterilization of radiation has to be done? Because there are certain materials or chemicals or elements which are present inside the cultural media which are very sensitive to heat, neither dry heat nor moist heat. So for that purpose, one has to carry such kind of sterilization method by which complete removal of organisms can be done. This can be specifically done with only those substances which is called as radiation. So two types of radiations we need. One is called as non-ionizing radiations and another is ionizing radiations. Two types of radiations are useful for sterilization method, basically based on radiations. So let us understand one by one. Non-ionizing radiations. So what are these non-ionizing radiations? UV rays, ultraviolet rays are considered under non-ionizing radiations. Okay. Then it brings down the number of microorganisms present in the air, sterilization of operation theatres and biological safety cabinets. So where this UV can be utilized? Because UV have a drawback also. If we are exposed to UV for a long period of time, then the retina cycle get disturbed and a person may get blind. So for that purpose, this kind of radiations can be utilized for sterilization. For example, if this is a room and inside this room, if we want to sterilize the air flora inside here, so what we are going to do? We are going to fix certain UV lights over here. Nobody will be in the room, we will be getting out of this particular room, and when we start the switch, it will be observed that the UV lights are being exposed and the microflora which is present inside, or the air microflora which is present inside this room will be killed because of the UV rays. So these rays are helpful for breaking down or bringing down the number of microorganisms which are present in the air. Generally, this is utilized for operation theatres, because in case of hospitals, the operation theatres are said to be very sensitive. Even whenever an operation is going on and if the flora has been contaminated, then the patient may get certain kind of infectivity. So for that purpose, before the patient has to be taken inside the operation theatre, one has to sterilize that area, and that can be utilized with the help of UV rays. Disadvantages: low penetrating power. That is one of the most important or disadvantage of this particular kind of radiation, that it has very low penetration power. So generally the surface area, or on the surface itself, will be exposed to UV, then only that surface will be removed out, or the microorganisms present on the surface will be removed out. No penetrating power is being there. Ionizing radiations: X-rays, gamma rays and cosmic rays are said to be ionizing radiations. So these ionizing radiations are also called by another name. This is called as cold sterilization. It is also called as cold sterilization. This may be asked inside the examination as an MCQ, that dash is also called as cold sterilization. What is that? Ionizing radiations are said to be the radiations which are active. Very high penetrating power, lethal to DNA and other cells and constituents, effective for heat labile elements. So there are certain amount of elements which are present inside, or items which are present inside the culture media, or the equipments which cannot be exposed directly to dry heat or moist heat. Therefore these can be utilized, or the radiations can be generally the high penetrating power radiations such as X-ray, cosmic rays and gamma rays can be utilized for killing or making sterilization of that particular thing. You can see this is the wide range of sterilizations, or basically the ionizing radiations. You can easily see over here, and these are said to be one of the penetrating radiations which directly go and damage the DNA of this particular cell, and therefore the cells may be destroyed. Another way by which the process of sterilization can be done, it is called as filtration. So used to sterilize heat labile liquids like Sera sugar solutions. So generally, again, which there are certain sugar solutions or liquid seras are present, which actually are, when we expose to the heat, they may get charring off, the structure of that particular molecule may be distorted. Therefore, Such kind of things can be used by filtration. And generally, the liquid filtration is simply one of the preferred way by which one can go around. Bacteria-free filtrate of virus sample is being opted. Types: candle filters, asbestos disc filters, sintered glass filters, and membrane filters. 4 different types of filters can be easily seen over here, where we can work out in this fashion as well. No practical value in sterilization and disinfection. Ultrasonic and sonic vibrations are also there, by which the process of sterilization can be achieved. Okay. Then, dental equipment sterilizations, such as instruments, surgical instruments, autoclave, sharp instruments, hotel oven, other materials, autoclave, and syringes by irradiations can be utilized. Now, these are all agents that we have seen till date is all made from physical level. So these are called as physical agents. Now let us understand how sterilization can be achieved with the help of chemical agents or chemical sterilants. The main mode of actions are protein coagulations, disruption of cell membranes, removal of free sulfhydryl groups, and substrate competitions for enzymes. Means chemical substances will be acting as sterilant. Now how they are acting, what will be their mechanism? Either they will go along with protein coagulation of protein may take place, and therefore the organisms may be killed in that way as well. Disruption of the cell membrane, immediately the chemical is being exposed or the cell is being exposed to the particular chemical agent, then the cell membrane will be destroyed and therefore the cell disruption would take place. Removal of free sulfhydryl groups. Sulfhydryl groups are said to be groups which are maintaining the structural integrity of that particular cell, and if those sulfhydryl groups are being removed, then it will be possible that the cell rupture would take place and the process sterilization will be achieved. Substrate competition for enzymes. There are certain substrates which are present inside the enzymes which are called as competitive inhibitors, and therefore these can compete and stop the function of the enzyme. Now, what are the chemical agents that are being used in microbiology for sterilization purposes? Let us understand one by one. What are those? Alcohols, aldehydes, dyes, halogens, phenols, gases, surface active agents, and metallic salts. So these are all the chemical agents that are being utilized for sterilization with the help of chemicals. Now one point is here, students should understand this, that just go through this particular list. Out of this, any of this can be asked in the examination. For example, dash is a chemical sterilant, aldehydes, alcohols. Any of this can be a chemical sterilant. Gases. Now another most important point that comes in play is gases, and one of the gas that is being utilized for sterilization purposes, it is called as ethylene oxide. Highly penetrating gas, highly inflammable. Action is due to its alkylating the amino, carbono, hydroxide, sulfhydryl groups in protein molecules. So ethylene oxide is a particular kind of gas which actually intermingles with the protein molecules or disrupts the protein structure. There and therefore, this particular gas has been extensively utilized for sterilization purpose. Mixing with carbon dioxide or nitrogen 10% eliminates explosive tendency. Of course, this is a gas which is highly inflammable, ethylene oxide. So it has to be mixed with carbon dioxide or nitrogen 10%, which actually the exposure tendency is being reduced now for the particular gas. Mutagenic and carcinogenic, yes, it is absolutely mutagenic and carcinogenic. If a particular person is exposed to this particular gas for a long period of time, he or she may have certain kind of what we can say carcinogenic type of effect, or mutagenic type of effect can easily be seen. Article sterilize, heart lung machines, respirators, sutures, dental equipments, glasses, metals and paper surfaces. These can be sterilized with the help of ethylene oxide gas. So this is the way by which gas sterilization will take place. Formaldehyde gas, of course, fumigation of operation theatres and other rooms. After sealing the windows and other outlets, formaldehyde gas is generated by adding 150 grams of KMnO4 plus 280 ml of formalin for every 1000 cubic units feet of the room. Which ultimately this is again an excellent kind of way of sterilizing. For example, if you want to sterilize this particular loop, and if we don't have the UV source, then what we can say, we can first seal this room. Every point has to be sealed. in the center of the room, you can just put a KMNO4 solution, and inside the KMNO4 solution, you have to add 280 ml of formalin in 150 grams of KMNO4, and once that has been done, you can move out and seal the entire room. So the gas will spread over here. It is highly toxic gas. You cannot directly go inside that room and when the gas is over there, because you may have irritation inside the eyes because of this particular kind of gas as well. So you cannot go along with it. We can seal it, and for a long period of time, at least overnight one can do it. Like for example, if you are now going home, you can seal this room and put that KMNO4 solutions over here along with formaldehyde. On the next morning when you are coming, then you are to open the seal and open the doors, open the windows and all. The excess amount of gas will be there, and your whole room will get easily sterilized. So this is the way by which it can go along with. Doors open after 48 hours. They have mentioned over here 48 hours. Means for 2 days you can easily keep this particular mixture inside the room, by which you can be getting that room sterilized with the help of gas, that is formaldehyde. Beta propylolactone, condensation product of ketones and formaldehydes, low penetrating power, more effective for fumigation than formaldehyde, very effective against viruses and has carcinogenic activity. So this is a carcinogen, beta propanolactone, but ultimately it has a very effectiveness against the viruses. So in terms of viruses, if we want to keep the viruses from here, then the beta propanolactone can be utilized. Surface active agents, there are certain active agents which are helpful for cleaning up the surfaces. And after energy relationship at interface leads to reductions of interfacial tensions, classified as cationic, anionic, non-ionic, amphoteric. Operation room procedures, see this, how sterilization can be done. Ideal theatre should have pressure release, sealing, so on and so forth, so that the level of sterilization can be achieved. This is not in our part. See, these are the air filters that are present and which are capturing or which are doesn't allow the microorganisms to come inside, and level of penetration should be low. Dust collectors are now been available, by which, because operation theatres or microbiological units has to be very much clean, therefore such kind of dust collectors are so, which can extract dust, powder and smoke from inbound air, and easily the dust can be easily collected. Dehumidifiers, level of humidity can be reduced with the help of dehumidifiers. See, these filters are there. HEPA filters, this is one of the most important part in microbiology. We are utilizing or we are using the laminar airflow, inside which we have these HEPA filters, and inside these HEPA filters one can easily get the sterile air. Alpha filters, ultra filters are these are also ultra filters. Exhaust facility has also been available, because that exhaust facility will be helpful for removing of unwanted organisms as well. Yes, so this is not from your part. So we'll stop here for today, and then the next lecture we'll try to continue in terms of sterilization only. Thank you.